In a short while from now, we'll go across live to three senior ministers of the Modi government joining us on this broadcast. We'll have Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotirathya Sindhiya, Telecom and IT Minister Ashwini, Vaishnav, and we'll have Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal. So a heavyweight panel joining us on this special broadcast. I want to get a word in from Dr. Rajiv Kumar, who headed the NITI Aayog. We got Subhash Garg, who's been secretary in the government in the Ministry of Finance, has been involved in the process of making several budgets. As people tune in this evening, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, what is it that about this budget pleased you the most, and what is it that you think the government and the finance minister could have done differently?
Surprisingly, one of the things that I thought was very good was this setting aside 1 lakh crore of corpus for a 50-year-long,
But Mr. Chidambaram asked, where's the outlay for this? He says you've just kind of mentioned this figure without giving the money.
This is nitpicking, and this will happen. If the finance minister announces that in a budget, this happens. And and not all of that 1 lakh crore is required to be placed up front on the table. But the announcement, the idea behind that, which is to encourage R&D, which is so weak in our country, and then to especially target it to the young, innovators and entrepreneurs, I think that's a new one. I mean, let me put it like this, that's a new one. So that's one very pleasing for me. The other one that I really liked was, the target for creating 3 crore female Lakpatis. And again, I think because that will involve creating female entrepreneurs. And that's a very big one, because that's not just handing out money, that's actually, creating entrepreneurs, even at, sort of small level. But so those are the two good ones.
Subhash Garg, what about you?
So I thought the absence of populism, rhetoric, handouts was a good standout point. Some movement towards fiscal consolidation was also a good positive. The continued emphasis on the capex was also a kind of positive thing. But what was not that good was what was not spoken about. One, the income generation, employment, jobs was completely missing.
So let me explain that. Through the word count, which has now gone viral, a lot of focus on what the finance minister spoke about and what the finance minister didn't speak about. So I'll just walk across the budget intelligence dashboard and show that to our viewers right now. So if you look at the word cloud for this budget, she speaks of the following things most often. She's speaking of taxation 42 times. She's speaking of Prime Minister 42 times. She's spoken of policy 35 times, Bharat 24 times, scheme 16 times, farmer 15, food 11 times. The opposition using this word count to say, but job or employment ki to baat hi nahi ho rahi hai.
And one more thing which I found conspicuous by absence was the big ticket program of the government, the PLI. PLI seems to be performing very poorly. I just did the counting after we dispersed at 2 o'clock. The actual expenditure in 22-23 is 1,000 rupees less than what was decided in the RE, and that itself was at a very low level of 3,800 crores. And same story seems to be continuing in 23-24. Very low disbursement. What it seems to be, except 2 or 3 PLIs, the telecom one and one on the pharma side, and some on the food. So just 1 minute. So the 6 years program.
Which ones do you think are not working?
Rest everything is not working.
You think telecom is working?
Only telecom and the pharmaceutical seems to be.
Why the others not working?
Others, many of them have no takers, and many schemes actually should have been there. Toys, leather, those.
You want to
kind
respond
of
to that, Rajiv Kumar? That if you go sector-wise, production-linked incentive is not working in several sectors.
I think it's working. I think it's just a matter of selection of the enterprises and their targets. 3,269 crore is the actual disbursement for 23-24, and the budget has been doubled to more than 6,500 crores for the next year. Now that must be for good reason.
Okay.
That they know that
the
these things are
allocation,
coming.
Rajiv, is 1.97 lakh crores over 5 years.
Yeah.
We have not, including the current year, done even 5,000 crores.